Meanwhile, this elector backlash, where a number of Democrats are trying to urge the electors back, get privy to all this intelligence that's out of the Russians, maybe hacking this election, maybe compromising it. And a lot of you hot and bothered, especially over exchanges like this one. So you think it wasn't her message that didn't reach voters who were subject to high unemployment states, like Wisconsin and Michigan, that wasn't what did her in. This thing did her in?
No, I think that there are several factors in winning and losing. Look, if 80,000 people had voted differently in this election...
The Russians didn't make her lose. She lost.
No.
Well, she still lost. But bottom line, Christine Pelosi was arguing that this noise out there might have contributed to it, so maybe electors should be aware of that and the intelligence behind all of that. Ron on Facebook writes, Democrats always shoot the messenger instead of noticing what the message is. Rob on Twitter, I just can't stand this double standard. They simply lost. Grow up, please. Then there's Janet, who writes, she lost because she was a bad candidate and Trump's message resonated with more people. Finally, Michelle writes, Neil, you need to watch your blood pressure. I could feel it rise all the way here in California. Well, it was lunchtime. Anyway, Florida GOP elector Nick DiCeglie says that people have already spoken up and said that this has to stop under enormous pressure, I'm sure, Nick. I mean, what do people tell you? Obviously, you are representing a state that the Republican candidate won. What are people telling you to do?
Thanks for having me, Neil. Well, first, you know, the folks want me to vote for Hillary Clinton because she won the popular vote. And I don't have enough hours in the day to explain to these folks a simple third-grade civic lesson that we elect our president by the Electoral College.
And in Florida, your candidate won the popular vote there, which is all that matters. But do you want to be privy to this intelligence or whatever we have on the role of the Russians or anyone else for that matter in the election? Do you think that would be good to know going into, you know, voting on who's going to be the leader of the free world next Monday?
Look, I think it's simply unnecessary. Like you mentioned, Donald Trump won the state of Florida by over 100,000 votes. There is no evidence whatsoever that Russia or any hacking hacked any vote in Florida or any other state in this country. So this is just a part of a campaign to, deflect what is going on here, and that's the fact that Donald Trump won. They're trying to prevent the electors from voting, trying to prevent him from taking the... How are they doing that? Now, in your case, how are they doing it? How are they reaching out to you to have you change your mind or what? I don't know how comfortable you are sharing that, but what have you gone through? Yeah, well, the 29 electors, along with Donald Trump and Mike Pence, Governor Rick Scott and his cabinet, we've all been sued about 10 days ago, basically, again, trying to prevent the electors from casting their vote on December the 19th. Of course, the courts, you know, denied a recent motion. It's going to the appellate court, but there is no evidence of any fraud in this state. There's no evidence of missed votes in this state. So, again, this is just part of a large campaign.
Have you personally ever been threatened?
I have not, no. I have not.
When coerced, what kind of stuff do they tell you?
Well, again, they say that Hillary won the popular vote. That's pretty much been the main theme here. Recently, of course, now it's Russia. It's Donald Trump is not to be trusted. He's a racist. So, you know, I've gotten over 3,000 emails, hundreds of letters in my mailbox. I don't have time to open all of them. My job as an elector is to represent the will of the voters here in the state of Florida, and I'm going to do just that on December the 19th.
How do you think it's all going to go next Monday, Nick, when all of you guys gather together, Democrats and Republicans alike, to vote?
I think it's going to go very smooth. I think Donald Trump is going to have the over 300 electoral votes on Monday. I know I've been hearing that there's you know, some evidence of a couple of detractors here and there, but again, I know
Texas,
certainly,
I'm told,
certainly here in the state of Florida, we take this seriously, and we represent the will of the people, and Donald Trump will get 29 electoral votes out of the state of Florida.
Has anyone discussed with you, Nick, that well, Hillary Clinton wouldn't benefit under a scenario like this, that it's possible the Republican electors could rally around someone else? I know this Texas guy I talked to, like John Kasich, the governor of Ohio, even though Kasich had dissuaded and poo-pooed this talk. Any of that come up?
Yeah, I got some emails that, you know, say please vote for John Kasich. But again, you know, these electors are very, they're carefully selected for this obvious reason. And I think the state of Florida and across the country, Donald Trump, I don't think has anything to worry about on December the 19th.
All right, Nick, you got a lot of pressure on your shoulders there. Let's see how you do. Be well. Try to get through this one way or the other.
Thank you.
Very good having you. Nick is the Florida GOP elector, by the way, as you pointed out.